Hey everyone, welcome back to Each and Everything. Today I have got something really exciting to share with you. We are going to install Google TV on a USB drive. With just a simple USB stick, you can carry Google TV in your pocket, plug it into any computer, and instantly turn it into a fully functional smart TV. No need for an expensive TV box, no complicated hardware, just your USB drive. And here's the best part. In this tutorial, we are not stopping at the basic 4 GB app storage that most guides talk about. That's way too small to be useful. Instead, I will show you how to unlock the full potential of a USB, whether it's 16 GB, 32, or even 64 GB. So you will have plenty of space for apps, games, and updates. By the end of this video, your USB will boot directly into Google TV, complete with Play Store, YouTube, Hotstar, and all your favorite Android TV apps. So let's go ahead and turn your USB TV into your very own portable Google TV. The first step is to download the Google TV ISO file. I will leave this Google Drive link for you in the description below. Go ahead and download the file from here. Once it's done, right-click on the archive and choose Extract All. You can also use WinRAR or 7-zip for this. After extraction, you will see a folder with two main things, the Google TV ISO file and another folder named Storages. The ISO file is the actual operating system image that we will use with Rufus to make our USB bootable. Inside the Storages folder, you will find several pre-built storage files of different sizes, such as 4, 8, 16, 32, and even 64 GB. Think of these files as the internal hard drive space that Google TV will use for apps and data. The bigger the file you choose, the more space you will have to install apps and games. Don't worry, I will explain exactly which one you should pick when we reach that step. First, let's make our USB drive bootable. For this, we will use a free tool called Rufus. Think of Rufus as a program that writes the operating system into your USB drive, so your computer can recognize it as a system rather than just storage. You can download Rufus from its official website. It's a small portable tool that doesn't even need installation. Just download the file and run it. Now plug in your USB drive. In my case, I'm using a 64 GB USB 3.0 pen drive. The minimum size you can use is 8 GB, but I strongly recommend at least 16, 32, or even 64 GB. The bigger the drive, the more app storage you will have later. Also, avoid slow USB 2.0 drives for best performance. Use a fast USB 3.0 stick, and even better, an external SSD. This will make Google TV run much smoother. Once your USB is connected, Rufus will automatically detect it. If you are using an external SSD, make sure to tick the box that says List USB hard drives. Otherwise, it may not appear in the list. Next, let's load the Google TV ISO file. Click on Select, then choose the Google TV 13.iso file you extracted earlier. Now, here is a very important step, the persistent partition size slider. This is where Rufus allows us to reserve extra space for storage. Drag the slider all the way to the right so that it uses the maximum available space. This will help us later when we set up the larger storage partition. Below that, you will see partition scheme. You have two options, MBR and GPT. If your computer is relatively new and supports UEFI, select GPT. If you are working with an old BIOS-only system, select MBR. Keep the file system set to FAT32. Click Start. Rufus will warn you that all data on the USB will be erased. That's normal, so click OK. Rufus will write the Google TV system into your USB drive, making it bootable. This usually takes about 5 to 10 minutes, depending on the speed of your USB stick. When it's done, congratulations, you have a bootable USB with Google TV. But here's the catch. If you boot it right now, you will only get around 3 GB of storage, out of which 1 GB of free space is available, which isn't enough for most people. So in our next step, we will fix that by creating a second partition on the USB and adding a much larger storage file. Right-click on the Windows Start button and open Disk Management. In the Disk Management window, look for your USB drive. Rufus has already created two partitions on the USB, one small boot partition, another one called persistence. The problem is that the persistence partition is formatted in FAT32, and FAT32 has a strict file size limit of just 4 GB. That means we can't copy larger storage files like 16 GB or 32 GB into it. To fix this, we will reformat this partition into exaf, because exaf can handle much larger files without any issues. To do so, right-click on the persistence partition and choose Delete Volume. A confirmation box will appear confirm the deletion. Now, right-click on the unallocated space and select New Simple Volume. Once done, your USB now has a properly formatted persistence partition ready for large files. Now the system partition is ready to place the critical file into it. Those files will make this partition serve as app storage for Google TV. First, open the boot partition. This contains the Google TV system image. This is very important to work properly. So cut this file from boot partition and paste it into the system partition. Next step, we need the data storage file. Go back to the folder where you extracted the Google TV archive. Open the folder named Storages. You'll see several storage files. Now, head back to the Storages folder from the extracted ISO. Pick the right data file based on your USB size. For 16 GB USB, use an 8 GB data file. For 32 GB USB, use a 16 GB data file. And for 64 GB USB, use a 32 GB data file. Always leave some space on the USB. Don't pick the absolute maximum. For example, don't use a 32 GB file on the 32 GB USB. It won't work. A good rule is to choose a file that's roughly half your USB capacity. I am using a 64 GB USB, so I will choose the 32 GB data file. Once you have picked the correct file, extract it. Inside the extracted folder, you will see a file called data.img. This is the actual storage file we need. Think of it as a virtual hard drive that Google TV will use for apps and data. Copy this file and paste it into the system partition. Depending on the file size and the speed of your USB stick, the copy may take several minutes. And that's it. Your USB is now fully prepared to boot into Google TV. Before we boot into Google TV, there is one more important thing we need to check, and that is Secure Boot. Most modern computers have Secure Boot enabled by default. That's why we need to disable it first. To do this, restart your computer and enter the BIOS or UEFI setup. Once you are inside BIOS, look for the option called Secure Boot. Change it from enabled to disabled. After that, apply your changes and exit the BIOS. Now that Secure Boot is turned off, we can go ahead and boot Google TV from the USB drive. Don't worry, this process won't affect your Windows installation at all. As long as you boot from the USB, Google TV will run entirely from the USB stick, and your original Windows system will remain untouched. Restart your computer again, but this time press the key to open the boot menu. In the boot menu, select your USB drive. After a few seconds, the Google TV boot menu will appear. You will see several Android 13 kernel options. The normal kernels are designed for a system's internal screen like a laptop display, while the ones enabled for external display are optimized for HDMI and DisplayPort outputs. You can start by selecting a normal kernel. If it doesn't work, and if it gives you a black screen, then try one with the external display. the system will now begin loading. On the very first boot, it might take a little longer as Google TV sets up the environment on your USB drive. If you are using a fast USB 3.0 stick or an SSD, the process will be much quicker. If you are on a slower USB 2.0 drive, be patient. It will still work, just at a slower pace. And there we go. The Google TV setup wizard is now on your screen.